Imagine, for a moment, the vast, echoing chamber of the mind. Not just your own thoughts, but the collective consciousness, a swirling galaxy of emotions, memories, and desires. Now, imagine being able to navigate this cosmic ocean with unparalleled ease, to touch and understand every star within it. This is the world of Charles Xavier, Professor X, the undisputed master of telepathy. He can soothe a troubled soul, awaken dormant potential, or even, if absolutely necessary, bring a powerful foe to their knees with a whisper in their very core. He is a titan of the mind, a beacon of mental fortitude, seemingly impervious to the chaos he often wades through. And yet, despite this extraordinary mastery, Professor X is far from invulnerable. In fact, when we delve deeper into his story, we uncover a profound, often terrifying paradox. The very minds he seeks to understand and protect are often his greatest threat. He, the master of telepathy, is terrifyingly vulnerable to its dangers. It's a truth that adds a raw human layer to a character often seen as almost godlike. Consider this. For Charles, every telepathic scan, every foray into another psyche, carries with it an immense personal risk. It's not just an exchange of information, it's an invitation for the minds of others to become weapons turned against him with devastating effect. Think about the sheer volume of human experience. The triumphs, yes, but also the raw, unadulterated pain, the fear, the trauma that countless individuals carry within them. When Professor X reaches out, he doesn't just skim the surface, he often plunges into the depths. And it's in those dark, churning waters that he faces his gravest challenges. There are moments when a dying mind, clinging to its final frantic thoughts, unleashes a psychic scream so potent, so unfiltered in its terror and despair, that it rips through Charles's own defenses. Imagine feeling, not just understanding, but experiencing the overwhelming agony of a life ending abruptly. It's a sensory overload that can incapacitate him, sending waves of nausea, blinding headaches, and even seizures through his formidable frame. He's not merely observing, he's absorbing the impact, the psychic feedback resonating within his own highly tuned mind. Then there are the traumatic events. A victim's mind, shattered by abuse, violence, or loss, becomes a minefield of horrifying images and unbearable emotions. When Charles connects, he isn't just reading a report, he's walking through that person's living nightmare. He feels their terror, tastes their despair, hears the screams that echo in their psychic space. This isn't just empathy, it's a psychic communion so profound it can overwhelm his senses, leaving him gasping for air, clutching his head in agony, his own mental fortress momentarily breached by the sheer force of another's suffering. We've seen instances where the psychic backlash has been strong enough to not only incapacitate him, but genuinely threaten his life. A sudden, unexpected surge of mental energy, the uncontrolled fury of a traumatized individual, or the dying gasp of a powerful mutant can send a jolt through his system that borders on electrocution, leaving him vulnerable and defenseless. It's a constant, terrifying reminder that his greatest strength is also his most profound vulnerability. The minds he seeks to heal or understand can, at any moment, break him. This weakness, this inherent susceptibility to the very medium he masters, is not just a plot device. It's a fundamental aspect of who Professor X is. It adds a crucial layer of personal risk to every telepathic scan, every psychic battle he engages in. He's not merely directing an army from a safe distance. He's on the front lines, exposed, vulnerable to friendly fire and enemy attack alike.
It means that every act of heroism, every intervention he makes, comes with a deeply personal cost. He's literally putting his mind and by extension his life on the line every single time. It humanizes him in a profound way, doesn't it? For all his immense power, for all his strategic brilliance, Professor X remains tragically fragile. He carries not just the weight of his mission, but the psychic scars of countless encounters, the echoes of pain, fear, and trauma reverberating within his own mind. He understands that the minds of others are not just vast repositories of information waiting to be accessed, but complex, often dangerous landscapes that can indeed be turned into weapons against their most skilled navigator. So, the next time you think of Professor X, the calm, wise leader, remember the unseen battles he wages within his own mind. Remember the psychic shrapnel he collects, the echoes of pain, fear, and trauma reverberating within his own mind. His mastery of telepathy is undeniable, but it comes at a breathtaking cost, a constant dance on the precipice of mental collapse, a testament to the idea that even the most powerful among us have their profound vulnerabilities. And perhaps it's in acknowledging these very vulnerabilities that we find our deepest strength and our truest humanity. What are your thoughts on Professor X's unique vulnerability? Does it make him more relatable or more tragic? We'd love to hear your perspectives in the comments below. If you enjoyed this thoughtful exploration, please consider subscribing and joining us for more insights into the minds and stories that shape our world.